Okay, let's get started. Before I do anything new, a couple of things I want to be sure. Number one, no final exam. Part of my problem is I pick up this, unexpectedly. So right now I'm just trying to finish the rest of the lectures of the semester, and hopefully I'm not confuse you too much. Yeah, but if I want to make the exam, I don't know what I really need to cover. Yeah, because even Bayesian was covered not the way how I talk about it in the beginning. Well, anyhow, I think it's safer if I give you two more homework. Okay? So I'll give you two more homework, because homework, he got 8 up. But exam, he says 2 out of 3. But I don't know how to make up the third exam, so no final exam, just homework. Okay? And so homework 7, let's get that started. Before I talk about homework 7, anybody can tell me what have you learned about Bayesian networks so far? I know last time somebody talked about graph theory, but what else you should know about you learned from the lectures from him? Anything? Or you did not watch the videotape, you just say?
We didn't watch all of it.
B. Okay. Start finishing the video so we can get it over with. Okay. My happy Thanksgiving gift. Okay. And okay. Yeah.
So regarding the final exam, if there's no final exam, how does the grading system work, or if there's
Oh, well, I'll just use the two exams you have before. Okay. And the homework, I just have all the homeworks. Okay. I know it's not perfect, but that's as good as I can go. But on the other hand, okay, I think I should be responsible so you actually learn something. I don't want you to, okay, let's kill the time. And I torture you, you torture me back, and then another story. Okay? So what is Bayesian networks? Do you guys actually, first of all, do you know enough to know that Bayesian network is popular out there? There are jobs related to Bayesian network. Or things that if you want to work with Bank of America, they don't use Bayesian net. Bayesian net is everywhere. And what do you know so far, other than we're going to build a graph? Do you know how to build a graph? Or none? Do you know how to build a graph? Okay. You know what? Let me do this first. I will post this online, and you guys need to do some homework. Here are the problems you need to do. Problem 2.2, 2.3, 4, and 6, 7, and 9. Okay? And it's all about how to build a graph. But that's what Dr. Guanlin covered in his class. I would like to show you something simpler than that. Okay? Oh. So
let's just say that I have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, some component. Okay, I'll just have one 3 level, the rest is 2 level. So 5, 6, 2 to the 6 is 64, right? Yeah. So if 64, so at the beginning, say A level, I have 32. So I'll from A 33. They are 0. A 33. And then, of course, from 34 on is R1. So A 65. Or 1. Okay, and then what can you do after that is, let me do it here. Zero, 1. And here will be 0, 0, 1, 1. And then of course this will be 0, 0, 0, 0. One. So this will be one. And then of course this will be 0 there again. Okay, I just want to fake some of this up. Okay, people, watch this. Okay, suppose I have or this, right? Okay, and what if, okay, I'm going to make it simple. Say if this A got 3 levels, 0, 1, 2. The rest are 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So totally how many different combinations will be equal to 3 times 2 to the 5th, right? Yeah, 96 different combinations, agree? Agree? And in the old days, if you're doing experimental design, this will be what? You'll have a run number, and then you'll have observation. And then you can have observation 1, 2, 3, and a bunch of numbers saying that, let's just say I have observation 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So I would just have observation, observation, observation. And whatever number you're going to have will be some sort of value here. And you will run this, and then you will have your ANOVA, MANOVA. Agree? Agree? Yeah. So that's experimental design. But what does Bayesian look like? Bayesian basically is doing this. Hey, I don't have observation. usually what we have is count. How many times let me make this Control C. It doesn't matter. And what do I mean by count? Means that, 0, 0, 0, 0, how many times it happened? Can I do that? You know, can I have someone not smoking, not drinking, not, it's a monk. He behaves, doesn't do anything bad. You know, doesn't eat, doesn't sleep, he's a saint, right? And how many people like that? Only one, right? Me. Okay? And then how many people in other ways? So you will have some number. Let's just say that you can have, let's do this. You put it around off. Let me just run up. Times 100. Okay, so I will have a lot of number here saying that, how many times I see under these conditions doing something happen or something not happen. Agree? Today is very, very snowy. Today is very, very cold, and hot car is hard to start. Can I have all this ABC is just something? Everybody agree? So if I have a bunch of number here, okay? Once I have the number done, observe for a while, and since this is not a machine learning class, so we don't have any update involved here. But let's just say that if I do this all the way to the end, okay, view, split, okay, and happen all the way to the 65. So the last one will be what? Okay, this is at the beginning is a sin, right? At the end, this is a terrible, evil person. 111, smoking, drinking, using drugs, all the bad stuff. So there's only one like that, right? Dr. Shu is not with us anymore. He's the bad guy, right? And so here's the one. So once you have all the number together, what do? You said that I have this, I have this. In your experimental design, you basically said that, whenever C is positive, my observation tend to be big. And in Bayesian kind of counting is, whenever C is big, my value here, my number of observation tend to be big. Then that means what? If I have C, then something could make the count big. Or I don't have C, make the count small. So you basically just do this, right? Do a sum. You said that sum all the number from here to here. And said, I have so many number. And then what do you do with that number? And let me just add a couple thousand, just make it big. Okay? Okay, so now I have all the number here. What do you do next? You turn the number into percentage. So you just said that, and if this, then this, divided by this. Okay, you log the number, and then you start getting the percentage. And percentage, really, you can consider that as what? A probability expectation value. And your gut feeling is just like experimental design, right? Experimental design is that, hey, tell me under what condition I can have the number I like. Very, very big or very, very small. And then in the Bayesian world, you're just doing the counting. Under what conditions I will have my counting. I'll have a lot of, say I want to collect something, I'll have a lot of good collections. And if I don't, I'll have less collections. Okay? And then after that, you try to say that, okay, A is very, very important. B is very, very important. So A is directly related to what I'm going to do. But what about A? Why does this person smoke? Oh, because his dad smoked. His grandpa smoked. So pushing up. How likely do you think that if your parents smoke, you're more likely to smoke? Make sense? And then probability-wise, you try to organize them into a structure. That's all the things are about. Okay? But when you try to build a structure like this, now you start saying that, okay, say here I have a structure. PPT. Okay. So, what will be the structure look like? Let's just say that at the end, you care about F. F is lung cancer. So you said that how many people will get lung cancer? So you put F at the end. So you just say that, okay, insert shape. And you have F. And then you said that, oh, who's going to have lung cancer? The ones who smoke. So one smoke will be the one you would like to do next is, okay, what will be the one making the smoke happen is, oh, someone who smoke. Say that's effect C. And then someone who smoke, we also need to say that, okay, so C is smoking, right? And then so we start saying that, well, why he smoke? So C is smoking. We're doing science fiction here, right? C smoke because family members smoke. That's B. Okay? And then also, so that is his history. And then also relate to the work environment. If he's in a work or he in a classroom, a lot of people smoke. So here is a lot of people smoke. Okay? So that is A, B, C. This is D. Okay? So now we're saying that, oh, I think here is a structure I would like to have is first, his family smoke, and then he is in a smoking environment. Okay? And then the other thing is, so he will smoke. And then why his family smoke and his friends smoke? Because the cigarette is cheap. So cigarette price is cheap. It's always cheap. So if the cigarette is cheap, then his family member can buy cigarette easily. Okay? his friend can buy cigarette easily. Okay? And I'm not doing anything fancy here, okay? I'm just trying to say, this is the part. And then on the other hand, A, B, C, D done, and then we can have E, F, G. E and G is what? A, B, C, D is outside influence. We can have E and G is that, you know what? But also he is not very strong. He's short and skinny. So his lung volume is not big. And the skinny guy starts smoking early with his family and friends. You know, that's hell, right? So we just said that, okay, if that's the case, what if there's you know, there's something related to he got not very, very strong, okay? And why he's not very, very strong? Food price is very expensive. So this is a terrible country, right? Cigarette is cheap, but food is expensive. And then, so they don't eat, but they smoke. And so you just put that in. And said, okay, that's E. And now you just need to build the relationship between this and this. Okay? And if you have a structure like this, okay, then you need to go back to this table. And say, oh, now I cannot build my ABCD as it is. I need to do what? I need to build a structure. Oh, too big. I need to build a structure to turn this table into the following way. Okay, people, we need to have a table C, first of all, look at the right side. I need to have a table E to G, right? So I need to have what? E, no. E is 0 and 1. And stretch it. And then here I have a G is 0 and 1. And 1. And then I just need to have a table here, say G is 0 and 1. So I need to build a 2 by 2 table here. And of course, you can build 3 by 3, 4 by 4, depends on how many category you have. Okay, people, do I have information from this counting information to build this 2 by 2 table? Because I have how many times E is 0, G is 0. I can do a count. Well, I can have a sum if or count if. If E is 0, G is 0, I count how many of them, I put a number down. And then how many is here, how many is here. So I can build a 2 by 2 table. And of course, can I build a table from A to D and A to D and B? So this time will be what? A is on the top, maybe. Okay, I can do this. Well, I'll do it the other way because you guys like to read things this way. So A could be 0 and 1. Okay? Huh? Oh, oh, I have 3 factor. So I'll have 0, 1, 2, 3 factor. And then after that, on top of that, what do I do? First, I will say this. Oh, I'll make this a little bigger. Oh, come on, get down here. Okay, here we go. So I will have, let me merge them quick. Okay, so now I can have what? B is 0, or B is 1, or B is 0, B is 1. And what's on top? D is 0 or D is 1. So basically, if, sorry, I got it wrong. Too quick. You guys don't need to know that. We just build a table here. Can I build a table if A is 0, 1, 2? What will happen to B? Can I do that? Okay? And similarly, I can build a table here. This time is what? A is 0, 1, 2, and D is 0 or 1. Can I build a table this way? From your counting data. Doable, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, now I have to do the stuff I was talking about. Is that now if I have B and D, okay, they will converge into C. So I can build a table. C is 0 and 1. Oh well, I just do it this way. I have a table C is 0 or C is 1. So C is 0 or C is 1 based on not 3 conditions, based on 4 conditions. And what are the 4 different conditions? Is B is 0, B is 0, and D is 0. And then, so I can have this 4 condition. Come on. Give me a second. Ugly. And then I can have 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. And I can build a table this way. Can I? Can I build a table this way with 8 cells based on your counting data? And then, of course, now you can build another one, C and G combined together. Okay? For this class, okay, Dr. Guanling, using a very, very old books, only cover this part. Okay? I don't know if I'm teaching this sometimes in the future. When I taught it, I covered information theory using entropy. Then that basically start talking about how to learn from the data automatically, not try to speculate what's going on. But on the other hand, I will defend what Dr. Guanling did, is that in a lot of banking industry, like right now, holiday season, shopping season, right? Friday is the Black Friday. you guys know, right? After Thanksgiving Day is big shopping day. And what's the credit card company or banking industry worried the most? People bomb their credit card. So who will bomb their credit card? Under what conditions? And they build a structure like this, and usually their model is well established. They just add or reduce a little tiny factor here and there. For example, right now, what will be the big things people will talk about? Two things. Did this guy invest a lot of money in Bitcoin? If he invests a lot of money in Bitcoin, he in financial trouble. Agree? And the other thing is what? Does he work for Twitter? Because Twitter is gonna, you know, there's a 50-50 chance you're gonna get kicked out of the, so if you don't have jobs and you invest a lot of money is gonna disappear, how likely you think he should get a new credit card? Yeah. So now you guys can see from Dr. Guanyin Shu's standpoint, I think this is what he wants you guys to do. Read those homework problem and then build, what he did in his homework is just build a bunch of a causal structure. But when you build a causal structure, I think you should have this in mind. The causal structure can be changed, depends on how you frame the story, right? And remember I told you guys before and after. So rooster crow and the sunrise, but rooster doesn't cause the sunrise. So if that's the case, adding rooster in doesn't predict or explain anything. You guys follow me? And so the game is really after this is trying to say, well, first of all, how many models do you think I can build? As many as you want, okay? And so when you learn Bayesian networks, I heard this before. People say, oh, so what is the right Bayesian network? Well, I have no clue. I'm just play with the data and see which one in English, we sometimes say what is possible, right? In Bayesian network, a lot of times we say what is plausible. Means that, you know, it makes sense to do that, okay? So I think this is the homework that you can do easily, because this is just reading a lot of, you know, a short story. Alarm went off, you know, and then you got a call from your friend, and you got a call from your neighbor. And once you have a call from your neighbor and you know that how likely two houses got robbed at the same time? Very, very unlikely. So it must be something else. Stuff like that, okay? And this is doable homework. And after that, I'll do homework 8 accordingly. So I'll finish Dr. Guanyin Shu's part. And if there's a little more time and you guys, you know, really want to learn, I can share with you something a lot more different based on my insurance and airline background, okay? And can you visualize this whole thing? What is a graph? It's not that scary, right? It's just a bunch of dot, connect the dot. And whenever you connect the dot, you said that, okay, it's 1 by 2 or 2 by 1, or given this, given that, how likely that will happen. Okay, so I will send an email and say the list of the problem you would need to do, and do next week, okay? So you have enough time to play with it. Okay, that's it.
Can we have the homework 7 and 8 due earlier so we can get learn a new part which you are going to teach? So
Okay, how about this? After 7, I will post 8 Wednesday. Do you have class on Wednesday? Yes. Yes? Okay. Huh? Okay, yeah. So watch